We recently released a video showing why Vinfast is quite likely doomed, and we got a lot of comments about it. Maybe we should discuss them. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla Weekend. So let's start with this one from Nikki Rosenbeck. Vinfast range is inadequate. Are you serious? The 2022 Volvo Polestar, made in USA, publicly claimed that its 78 kilowatt battery can travel 270 miles on a full charge. But its range, tested by the EPA, is only 233 miles. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. It's not made in the USA. All Polestars are made in a factory in China. That's like Google 101, my friend. I'm not sure how you don't know that. Polestar is not necessarily doing all that great either, but their position is strong. We'll see how they do. We'll see. But the fact that another company does worse doesn't necessarily mean that Vinfast is doing better. People think that every car maker have to be success in the US to survive. Big joke. Not just in the US, there are other markets. The big three are China, the US, and the European Union. So in China, they're going to come up against all the Chinese brands. There are so many EVs in China. There are over 100 EV makers, and a lot of them are going to survive. Vinfast is going to struggle in that market. In Europe, they're going to be up against the Germans and the Chinese, because there's no import tariffs. But Vinfast has to succeed in one or two or probably all three of those markets in order to succeed. So it's going to be a tough one. Thanks, Brian and Bear, for your efforts in making this video. It evokes memories of Vietnam's wartime, where Americans predicted the defeat of the Vietnamese, which never happened. This situation parallels Vinfast, which is not just a car, but a representation of Vietnam's spirit. I am confident that Vinfast will overcome challenges and succeed in the U.S. market, just as the Vietnamese people have done until now. What a gruesome comparison! How ghoulish and grim! Why would you evoke that? For the record, the body count in the Vietnam War was 20 to 1. If Vinfast is prepared to spend 20 times more than Tesla or GM or Ford to beat the Americans, that's great, but they don't have 20 times the money. That's too much money. That would be too much. That'd be like $1 trillion probably. That's not going to work. It's great that you have determination and stick-to-itiveness, but that's not enough in the global auto market. You've got to actually sell cars at a profit that people want to buy. You could sell every single car in Vietnam and still not be adequate as a manufacturer to reach escape velocity outside of that market. There are tons of brands in India that can't get a footing outside of India, despite making a whole lot of cars and spending a whole lot more money than Vinfast has access to, it appears. So that's weird. Somehow, it's good news for Vinfast that a lot of people are talking about them. Let's see what Vinfast can do in the next years. Yeah, it is good. People should be supporting all of these companies. I support all of them. I want every EV maker to succeed. I want as many choices in the market as possible. I want as much innovation out in the market as possible. Vinfast is not already doomed, but it's an uphill battle from here. They gonna struggle. Hilarious. Thousands of VF8 have been sold in Vietnam, sir. You should have stayed up to date before making any judgments. Thanks anyway. Well, great. Thousands. That's like a day of production for some of the big companies. I'm not convinced by that. The VF8 may be a decent car. Last I saw, you could only lease it in the US. That's not a good recipe for success. And the reviews from people who have driven them, specifically out-of-spec motoring, has not been great. It's been fine, but that's not good enough. You've got to make a good, compelling car, and it remains to be seen if it's going to reach that level. Google search Vietnam VinFast calls cops on man who complained about his car. Uh-oh. That's a problem when you get into a country where media may be a little bit controlled. You may not be getting the full picture. And in terms of controlling their data streams, their information about them, the media coverage, that's a thing. They paid top dollar to get influencers to fly to Vietnam on their dime, not on their own, but VinFast paid for a luxury, all expenses paid trip, which was like a week long. And, oh, by the way, you only get like an hour with the car. Yeah, a week of fun to make a review? Easy, so easy. So I'm not sure that the picture we're getting out of Vietnam is a complete one. And here's the big boy. Is this the big one? It is. Oof. When Tesla first started out, they faced many of the same challenges that VinFast faces today. We'll stop it there. Yes, of course. But the market was different. It was completely different. Some of the challenges Tesla faced and overcame are gone. And some of the benefits that came with them are also gone. There is no more first mover advantage. There is no more opportunity to be the first luxury provider of these products. Tesla was a new automaker with no track record and was competing against established automakers with deep pockets. Yes. But Tesla got to production for less money than VinFast has already spent. That's a big difference. They did so in California. And not just California, but the Bay Area, like the most expensive part of the most expensive state in the country. That's a big deal. And they did it on a shoestring budget. VinFast hasn't really done that. Tesla's cars were also expensive, and they were not available in all parts of the country. Yeah. VinFast should be, though. Teslas weren't available everywhere because the charging network did not exist. They were not available everywhere because not everyone wanted them, I guess. But we're in a different time. Everyone should be able to charge everywhere all the time. And that luxury market is kind of saturated. You can spend over $100,000 on a Mercedes EV, on a Lucid, on a Tesla. There's a lot of options in that price range, and all of them are, it's very competitive. However, Tesla was able to overcome these challenges and become a major player in the electric vehicle EV market. Yes, but they almost died a bunch of times. It was a long road. Tesla did this by focusing on innovation and customer satisfaction. Tesla cars were more advanced than anything else on the market, and Tesla provided excellent customer service. I would disagree with the excellent customer service. I've known a number of people who have had a number of issues with it. But innovation, what's VinFast's innovation? VinFast faces similar challenges, but it also has some advantages. VinFast is backed by a large and wealthy company. Yes, but it's a company that has already said, we do not wish to give any more money to this project. The CEO could spend his entire fortune on this company and lose it all. If he's prepared to do that, it'll buy them runway, but it will not guarantee success. If money was enough to succeed in this space, all of the legacy companies would already do it because all of them have more cash on hand than VinFast has access to in total. It takes more than money. VinFast is also starting out in a market that is much more favorable to EVs than it was when Tesla started out. Yes. I would not say they are doomed yet. Agree. The company has potential to become a major player in the EV market. Agree. VinFast will need to continue to innovate and provide excellent customer service if it wants to succeed. Agree. This is a company to keep an eye on to make investments. They have the potential to make you rich. So does the lottery. And I don't recommend that course of action either. I think that is also a pretty crazy idea. Look, I like VinFast. I like I said, all the EVs. I've gotten to sit in a VinFast. I've gotten to take photos and videos from the outside of a VinFast. I haven't had the chance to ride in one yet. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to do that sooner than later. Their production is low and limited. It's unclear what their costs are. It's unclear if they can build and sell them profitably. And it's unclear if they can get more money before they run out of money, which is coming real soon. So if they can do all those things, then they can succeed. I really want them to. They seem like a good company. The people I've met who work there seem like great people. But that is not enough necessarily to ensure success. And yeah, it will take some luck as well. That would be nice. And it will take some catching of the little details. If they were to face a big battery recall like Chevy or some of the others did, it could ruin them. So they've got an added incentive to get it right the first time, where some of the big dogs can get a little bit of breathing room. So a big thanks to my patrons who get early access, all that good stuff. I've got memberships enabled on YouTube. If you'd rather do that, I've got some different benefits there. It's kind of fun. Some bonus videos. Yeah, you'll see. And eventually at some point I'll get Twitter subscriptions turned on, but those guys are a disorganized mess, to put it politely. So what did I miss? What did I misunderstand? Leave it in them comments below. Stay tuned, stay juicy, and I can't wait to hear from you clever robots on the next installment of this hopefully ending series. Yeah, give me good news. Give me some good news about Vinfast that's real, that I can actually use, and we'll do that next time. How about that?